For the first time under new Packers coach Matt LaFleur, we're going to see Aaron Rodgers in this offense. He's going to play about a quarter in the preseason against the Baltimore Ravens this week. It's going to be our first opportunity to get a look at what Rodgers looks like in this scheme. But of course, since we're here in Green Bay, it's worth discussing the relationship between Rodgers and LaFleur, one that has garnered so much attention nationally. From what I understand, the relationship actually a pretty good one. In fact, Rodgers took a heavy hand, I'm told, in helping LaFleur create this offense and fine-tuning it around the kind of stuff that Rodgers does well. So yes, there are times when Rodgers can be sarcastic. I think we know that. But what I'm told, the ties that bind these guys are strong. And LaFleur was telling me he cannot wait to see the kinds of things that Rodgers can do in this offense that others could not, just because of the kind of player that he is.
Thanks so much, Ian. As preseason action does begin, how are we feeling about this relationship that is hopefully flourishing between Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers, Peter?
Great. I was, excited about this relationship, but just over the last month, I've heard such glowing things about how everything is getting along in Green Bay right now. Rodgers has been very vocal about his happiness. LaFleur is through the roof. This is a gift that football coaches don't get in a million years, to be Aaron Rodgers' head coach. He's maybe the most skilled quarterback of all time, and LaFleur is open to that. If you read some of the stuff that's been coming out, Peter King had a story about Rodgers making a call that the offensive coordinator and the head coach at the line didn't even know was possible, but it was the right call. Okay. And instead of there being a slap of the wrist, it was, man, that was awesome. That's great. Like, keep it going. This is a collaborative thing, and I know there was talk about how LaFleur said he was all about the joint practices with the Texans, and Rodgers wasn't a fan. LaFleur, the bigger man, wasn't threatened, but he says, maybe Aaron's right. Maybe we shouldn't have done special teams that way because it could have been dangerous. I think this is a two-way dialogue, and it is not just a one-way monologue to the media. I think Rodgers is happy, and I think LaFleur is ecstatic. I think Packers fans should be really excited right now. I know that's Pollyanna stuff, but that is all I'm hearing, that it's happiness, which hasn't been the case in recent years.
LaFleur didn't just show up out of nowhere, all right? He didn't just hitchhike from the mall and show up to training camp, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, Nate, what happened to that driver? He was arrested? Yeah. Who picked you up, El Chapo? What the hell? Anyway, there's a sense that I don't like about this dynamic where people palpably want it to be bad, and they want it to go wrong. And LaFleur showing up, Peter, you got to help me with this. It sort of feels like when there's one of the new people who show up to Bachelor in Paradise and they just walk in, it's like, who's this? Ooh, it's Matt. He's got the necklace on, looks good. People are immediately rooting against him. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because you're not a Rodgers fan, or you think he's arrogant, or you just want the whole thing to blow up. It seems to be a very young, sharp head coach and a brilliant quarterback. So Rodgers says, I don't like joint practices. In the same press conference, LaFleur said, I think we should have more. And it's like, wow, the divorce is happening. It's already over. That's a superficial, stupid August topic that I can see Aaron Rodgers at home just laughing at people about in the media. I hope this thing works, and I don't see a big reason why it wouldn't.
It's the baggage that kind of comes in from what the perception of baggage for Aaron Rodgers and his old coach, and a story that was written that people like to not let go of. That's what he's working against.
But don't you think he was so sick
of
Mike McCarthy, if anything? Yeah. Like, I can see he might be invigorated by this. Like, finally, no more Mike. I mean, I can see him being thrilled by this.
Yeah, and I feel like the superficial thing is the happiness. Strakes, I get it. You're talking about the honeymoon phase. And you know how it is when you first get in a relationship. It's, hey, you gonna eat that nugget? No, it's cool. I'm not even hungry. Go ahead, babe. You got it. Nah, do anything.
Please.
Yeah. Hey, but have that same conversation a year from now when you're irritated and you're hungry.
Yeah. Give me my nuggets.
That's my nugget. Why didn't you order nuggets? He asked you if you wanted nuggets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Just wait until the drama happens, Strakes, and it's mid-season, you're coming off a loss, and Aaron Rodgers changes the play. All I'm saying is all good now, but it might not be that way during the year.
I just need you to be an actor like yesterday. I just need to tell you that. At GMFB with your thoughts. You may have missed it last night.